back to another episode, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers, and it was drama all around at the final day of the National Championships in Kingston, Jamaica. Remember, it's the Junior and the Senior Championship. The final day, last day, we've been at it since Thursday, and on Sunday night, we witnessed the last of what was a fantastic event, a fantastic meet, and I'm sure most of you who were tuned in, you got a belly full of excitement. Now, on the final day, there was drama, as expected. Drama all around. I'll start with Rasheed McDonald in the 400 meters, and I took a pause because it's crazy to think that an athlete who's been competing at this level for however long, the longest while really, would be so petulant. Yeah, I'm very careful with the words because I cannot believe that Rasheed McDonald, having ran such a wonderful race so close to the finish line, decided to slow down so he could showboat, put his fingers on his lips, and ended up ultimately missing out. 44.89 seconds was not good enough to hit that qualifying mark of 44.85 for the World Championship, which is scheduled to take place later on this year. Now, Rasheed McDonald, he would later go on to do his interview and to explain himself, but I know all the fans in the National Stadium and the sports analysts who were there providing commentary on the event, they too were disappointed, and he himself will be disappointed later on this evening when he reflects on what he did at the event. Rasheed McDonald wasn't the only one who was in the midst of drama, because over in the 110 meter hurdles we also saw drama because Rasheed Broadbell, he missed out, having picked up an injury in the warm-up. Huge cut based on what we were told in the warm-up, having collided in one of the hurdles, had to pull out, so he did not start the hurdles, and then the race went on. Hans the Parchment, former Olympic champion over the distance, he missed out to Orlando Bennett, who is now the new 110 meter hurdle champion with a time of 13.10. Orlando Bennett, the Jamaican national champion, registered 13.10 seconds, and he is the senior champion for the 110 meter. Now, Clark from Kingston College, that's Daniel Clark from Kingston College, he was the junior champion, and he registered a time of 12.96 seconds, which is a new national record. The national record was previously 12.99 seconds. Now it's 12.96, and Daniel Clark, he has it. KC standout athlete, still only 19 years of age. The drama does not end there. As I said, it's drama all around. The 200 meters, it was billed to be the curtain closer. I did a video earlier on in the day and I explained the reasoning behind my thoughts that this year we have possibly the weakest batch of 200 meter athletes. Brian Lavelle, Christopher Taylor, those were the two names that popped out at us in the male segment. On the female side, Ashanti Moore and Kemba Nelson, those were the two that popped out at us. And let me say, it wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't something that we expected fireworks from. As a matter of fact, it was very underwhelming when we sat down and we watched it. And we've watched it back as well. Nothing special at all. And looking back at it, I can say definitively right now that I don't think these athletes can deliver big performances at the world stage. I don't think the Jamaican fans, they will put too much hope into these athletes. Outside of Shericka Jackson, I'm struggling to find out who is Jamaica's next best 200 meter athlete, and I'm having challenges. So if you can help me, let me know beneath this video. Drop a name, drop some personal best. Let's hear it, put them down. So the 200 meters, Brian Lavelle, he was the champion, and the time that he registered was 20.10 seconds. I believe the qualifying mark was 20.16 thereabout. Christopher Taylor was second, and he missed out on the qualifying mark. I think his time was 20.28. Still has time to achieve that time, obviously. But at the national championship, out of the 200 meters, so for 200 meters for women and 200 meters for men, only one athlete, and that is Brian Lavelle, made the world championship qualifying mark. On the female side, Ashanti Moore was the winner. She didn't achieve the qualifying mark, and that means she has work to do, has a lot of work to do really if she is to be in Tokyo. So overall, I think the final day provided us with a roller coaster of emotions. Brian Lavelle, as expected, he is the national champion once more, having done it last year. However, on the big stage, we've seen what Brian Lavelle looks like when he's put next to the big guns in the 200 meters. On the female side, Shericka Jackson, she's already there. She already qualified by way of her being the defending champion over the distance. So the question was always going to be who joins Shericka Jackson. And what we saw at the National Stadium wasn't promising. It wasn't promising any at all. The 110-meter hurdles, again, huge upset. No Hansel Parchment, no Rasheed Broadbell. And again, the fans are left scratching their heads. On the female side, Megan Tapper, she is the 100-meter hurdles champion, and that's always good to see. Megan Tapper executed a brilliant race, and I know the Jamaican fans, as always, they're super happy. On the male side, in the 400 meters, and I know he will be the one taking all the headlines tomorrow, come the newspaper articles, the tabloids, all the social media pages will be talking about it as well. But that's it for me. Those are my thoughts. I'm going to turn it over to you, the viewers and subscribers, right now to hear what was your standout or what was your wow moment from the final day of the national championship. Please drop it right beneath this video. And remember, like, share, and subscribe. Halftime TV here saying have a wonderful week. Until next time.